Hey everybody, I'm down here in south central Missouri and I wanted to make a video for my friend Rogelio, who's going to be coming down to Arkansas on the Ozark Highlands Trail in September for our backpacking trip. We're going to do a pretty long trip, so I wanted to share a little bit of gear, and I thought, man, this would be a good opportunity just to show what I'm using to help him out. I figured maybe I'd put it up on YouTube as well. If it helps you out, that's great. So, disclaimer, this is the gear I use. I'm on a fourth day, third night, fourth day of a trip. I like to do a lot of these solo trips out here, and I found a way to keep it fairly light. I'm probably not the most ultra light camper. I try. As I get older, it seems like my bag gets lighter and lighter. So I'm going to share with you a few things that I use. Maybe you'll find it helpful. Hope you do, and I hope you get out there. So here we go. This is my first item is the water purification. I really like to use this Katadyn 6-liter bag, and it's really easy to scoop up water. It's a simple system, pretty simple to clean. You notice I have two Nalgene bottles. One is for clean water and one is for water that's not been purified, the one you see behind it. I use that with a life straw sometimes when I'm hiking, so it keeps the pack weight down. I got rid of a bladder about 5 trips ago, and I really haven't regretted it yet, even on a hot day. So I'll keep one Nalgene filled with clear purified water. I keep the other one with the non-purified water. Then I'll use the life straw when I'm hiking. When I stop, it's not a big deal. I can just do it. And if the water's skinny where it's hard to get the bag in, I can just use that non-purified Nalgene bottle to scoop it up and dump it into the bag. I've used other things like pumps, and those are great too. I'm not necessarily making a judgment. It's just this is my go-to on most of my trips. This is my bag. It's a Osprey. I really like Osprey bags. This is a 75-liter bag. When I go into the summertime or in a few more months, another month or so, if I decide to backpack, I have a 38-liter, which is about half the size of this. I'll use, and I'm able to fill that bag up pretty good. But this is a great bag, even if you don't fill it up all the way. I like to have a little bit of space. I carry a sweater, and I also have a field jacket that I wear, a down field jacket, and I like to stuff it in the bag. I stuff the clothing on the outside of the bag. This is if you get one of these bags, I like the Ospreys. I'm not necessarily, almost all my bags are Ospreys, except for I have an old, must be 120-liter Kelty external frame that I bought back in like 1991. I still have that bag, and I use it in the winter, but I generally only use it once or twice a year. This one right here, though, this is the actual bag cover. It's a rain cover. This thing has saved my butt more times. I fell in Hurricane Creek once, and it saved me. It totally saved me. So this would be a good one to make sure you have. That's why this bag is wet, because I forgot to put it up on there, and we're down by the river. So this is my alcohol stove. I use this. I have a little windshield that goes around it that's very helpful. I stuff that in the side of the bag. Makes a heck of a hand warmer. It's about 38, 39 degrees this morning down on the river, and it's kind of damp and it's cold, so sometimes my hands get cold. It really helps with that. What I like about it is I take if you see over here, these are a couple. You use a Gatorade bottle. I use these protein bottles. For a while, Costco had them. I was buying them like crazy because lifting weights. Had a lot of like a protein drink. I saved all the bottles, cleared them out, and I filled them with alcohol, wood alcohol. That's what you want to use. These stoves are interesting because you can use wood alcohol. You could use Everclear, like drinking alcohol, like really, it has to be really high. It has to be something like Everclear. Or you could use, I understand you could use rubbing alcohol too, but it has when it burns real dirty, and so it'll leave dirt all over the place. This is a Coleman, just a little basic. You can get these, and it comes with the cup. It comes with 2 cups. I only bring one when I'm out. It enables me to stuff other things inside of that when I pack it away. My coffee and tea kit, I keep a little decaf, I keep a little calf, I keep some tea. And this is how I do it. This does make a heck of a hand warmer. And what's interesting too, if you're I don't do a lot of campfires when I'm out here, especially it's been real dry, but you can actually use this as a fire starter. It works wonders. What's great about it is, as opposed to like a normal jet boil, is you can your pack weight goes down as you go along because you start to use alcohol up. The disadvantage, and the other advantage, is when it's really, really cold, it'll always torch. Camp stoves don't always, jet boils don't always do that with the compressed butane and propane gas. Yeah, it's a pretty good system. I use this most of the time. The other disadvantage is it takes a while for this thing to light up. So if you're in a big hurry, it's not like a jet boil where you can have boiling water within 2 minutes. It may take you 10 minutes for it to get going. I don't really mind it because that's my style. I'm like slow Camp Luke. This is the seat I use. It's a Crooked Creek. What I do is I roll this up and it straps to the back of my pack. I do have one little luxury item on there. There's a little pad that Climate comes up with. I don't necessarily have to have this. I don't always use it. But what I do is I blow it up and I use it for the seat. And at night, I put it underneath my inflatable pillow, which gives it a little bit, it brings the pillow up a little bit. So it folds up, it doesn't pack very much weight, but this is a must have. You got to have some kind of a seat. This is my favorite. I like the fact that it rolls and I can just strap it to the outside, the lower half of the pack. Another item of note, I use these Equinox bags. They're great. You can get them on Amazon and different outfitters. They have different sizes. This is all my food, and I keep my trash in Ziplocs. So I use a lot of Ziplocs and Equinox bags. I also use a shaker bottle because a lot of times in the morning I just have a protein shake. I like a protein shake with a little creatine in it, just to keep me with that energy level. And so I eat a basic breakfast, and I can go over that in another video. This is just a basic one-person tent. I use this Kelty Late Start. I've been really happy with it. I would say it's medium pack weight. I don't think it's the lightest thing you can buy out there. There's probably $600-700 tents you can buy that are super light. It's light enough for me. I've used it quite a bit. We had thunderstorms here 2 days ago. Pretty good thunderstorms. It was actually in a severe thunderstorm a couple weeks ago down on the Buffalo, and it watertight. It survived. It was great. It's a really good tent. Always make sure you get a footprint. I like the footprint because this hidden element to a footprint is when you're laying the tent out, you can lay the footprint down first and you can see how level it is. I can't tell if it's level until I set it up usually, unless I have a footprint. Basic bedding. I've got 2 sleeping bag liners in this because it's cold. It's kind of cold out here. And I've got I think it's a 40-degree bag. It's not my best bag. It's a Walmart Ozark trail bag. I know it sounds funny. It's actually a pretty good sleeping bag. The compression sack is about shot, so they make really bad compression sacks. I use a Climate insulated static V. I'm not sure what the R rating is on this, but I think it's a 5 or 6. That's where you lose a lot of your heat, okay? So is in your pad. So you want to make sure to invest in a really good pad with a high R rating. If it doesn't have an R rating, it probably doesn't have one if you go cheaper. So I got this in sale in Harrison, Arkansas. I think I might have gotten it for $60. They normally go about $90, okay? The other thing you see there is the pillow. I've got a Climate inflatable pillow. I have a neck gaiter. So what I do is I wear the neck gaiter throughout the day, and then I attach it to my pillow at night. And so that seems to help real well. I keep all the clothing in there and everything else. I got a few luxury items. I'll share those with you in just a second. I always keep 2 forms of lighting. I've got this little mag light, and I keep a headlamp that it's just a basic Coleman one. You can get almost any brand of these. They're all over the place. But always bring 2 of these, because if you have one go out, you can still survive, but it's so much nicer to have light. I do generally bring a map with me on most of my trips. I'll print it out or I'll have one purchased. I'm using an Ozark trail map on this one, which I don't have in front of me right now. This is a little kit I put together. I keep 2 different types of chargers in it, so I can't see where the other one, I think I was charging last night. I keep the cords for my Garmin InReach as well as my iPhone, okay, because I'm using that for navigation. I use Onyx for my navigation, which I really like a lot, and I also use Garmin InReach, the Garmin program, EarthMate. So I use 2 different types of navigation plus a map, and I always have 2 different forms of charging, okay? The other thing you might see in there, we're supposed to get some storms, which we did. We had thunderstorms. I keep a little, you can probably see it right there, I keep a little basic weather radio. I don't always pack this. It just depends if we're supposed to have storms or not. And I keep a rescue inhaler as well because I have asthma, and I wouldn't want to have an asthma attack out here. So that's my basic kit for that. A couple of luxury items in this. I have, this actually is a shortwave radio. So it has AM, FM, shortwave, AM. Sometimes I like to listen to shortwave radio at night. When I turn in, I like to see if I can get different country. I've gotten some very interesting things I've listened to on shortwave radio. I made another video about it. I listen to, sometimes foreign countries will actually put out like communications for their people out on it, and you can sometimes catch it. And I also keep a Kindle, just a Kindle Kindle Paperwhite. And I usually like to read when I'm out here as well. I'll find some challenging reading to really get me thinking. And I think I'm reading Leo Tolstoy right now. I don't necessarily suggest that. I had a priest recommend it to me, so I'm trying to understand it. But it's a long story. Those are my luxury items, basically. I don't always pack those. Sometimes if I really want to keep the pack weight down, or if it's a short trip, I generally won't bring them. But if it's a longer trip, I'm definitely going to bring those. I do want to say, as you notice, the hiking sticks right here, the Leckies, these are great. You can get these Leckies are probably a little more expensive than you can get less expensive ones, and I'm sure those are just fine. I really like the Leckies a lot. They've been high quality for me, and I've taken them through some pretty gruff stuff. You notice I leave them right by the entrance there. That's because old man here sometimes needs those to his joints to get up out of the tent. So that's how I use it. So just so you know, why is it laying there by the tent? This is the kit I use for you have to do number 2 out in the woods. You just take this this little shovel. You can buy these; they're really light. I got it in an outdoor store. I'm failing to remember the brand name of this thing. I don't know if you can read it right there or not, but look for something like that. I used to use the hiker's toilet paper, the little rolls. And I'd buy them. They came real expensive, and I thought, well, there's no need for that. I mean, just take normal toilet paper and just crush it down. And put it into a couple Ziplocs. Just depends how many times you're out there. And of course, put it in an Equinox bag. That's all you really need for your outdoor sanitary kit, I guess, if you will. Just make sure you dig it in a hole and bury it, man. Nature will take care of the rest. Okay, for clothing, here's some strong suggestions. I always bring rain gear on a long trip, especially. If there's no rain, I won't bring it, but even if there's no rain, it can act as a windbreaker. So a lot of times I bring it even just as a windbreaker, keep the wind off me. The rain pants, fortunately I didn't have to wear them on this trip, but I have had to wear them for days before on trips, and that's always a bummer. These aren't bad. The pants, I bought these trail pants they zipper off so that they turn into shorts. I really like them. I got these at Academy. I'm going to probably buy a couple more pairs. I only bring one pair, though. I mean, I'm on a four-day trip. I only have one pair. Yes, your stuff gets a little grimy, but you kind of get used to it. You don't need to pack all those clothes, okay? I wear 2 pairs of socks, all right? So I wear a thin pair of socks, and then I wear this thicker pair that goes over them. It gives me 2 pairs of socks. I'm prone to blisters, so I tape my heels up. I have this tape that I use that I tape up. And a lot of times when I tape, it's so high tack that it'll stay on for 3 or 4 days. So I tape up myself in the mornings, just like it keeps me from getting blisters. The Columbia sunblock shirts are fantastic, especially the short sleevers. So I'll bring this, and of course the underwear. I have kind of a breathable underwear that I wear when I'm out here. So I use it when I work out and when I'm out here. So it's good stuff, and Adidas breathable underwear. Here's what I want to say about all this clothing. Everything other than the rain gear and the underwear has been sprayed with a bug spray to keep ticks off, okay? Permethrin, that's it. Permethrin, you get it at Walmart. You get a big old can of it, right? You want to spray everything. I don't spray the underwear because I don't want that stuff next to my trunk or my junk, you know what I'm saying? But I don't spray the rain gear, but I spray everything else. The clothing I'm wearing right now, my night clothing, I'm going to share this with you in a minute. I make sure to spray that because the ticks are bad out here. I picked a couple of them off me. I've got one bite on me, I think. Because I have that spray on me, I think whatever got on me died probably. I've literally caught ticks that were trying to latch but didn't quite latch, but were still attached to me that died because I was wearing that. So it doesn't repel them, it kills them, all right? And that's what you want out here. So they can get pretty heavy in the Ozarks. Another part of the kit is basic safety kit. This is things like I've got some shoe goo in there in case we blow out a shoe. I've got different assorted bandages. I've got my heel tape. I've got some surgical scissors that I use to cut the heel tape due to the fact that I was out here with a pocket knife once getting ready to tape up my heels, and I cut my hand wide open, and I had to hike 7 miles, 1,500 feet to go to the VA hospital to get about 15 stitches. So, yeah, so don't use that to cut tape. That's the lesson of that. But I keep a basic first aid kit. I want to make sure I included that in this because I almost forgot to mention that. You want to bring something like that. I'll have if we're hiking together, I'll have this basically in all my kits. I keep all this miscellaneous stuff, some string, some different rope, just little things that might happen in case you have a situation. Sometimes if I go for a long trip, I may put Theraflu in there because I've gotten the flu out here before and that's really bad. And I might throw some Imodium AD in there in case somebody gets the Jolly Trotskys, if you know what I'm saying. So, because that can really dehydrate you. We're going to be filtering our water, so there shouldn't be any of that happening, but things happen. So, wanted to make sure that was included in our video. And finally, I always wear I always keep some kind of a scully cap or a stocking cap. As you can see, this one's a Razorback Whoopig, right? I have a Columbia jacket. It's very hobo-like because they have really bad briars down here, and you get up in these things and they just tear you apart. You'll come out all cut up, and they I got on a patch once, so and that's the tape I used to heal I cut myself open somehow. So these things this is definitely a trail jacket. I wouldn't wear this around town probably, but I use it's beautiful to have out here. Underneath it, I've got oh god, I got one of those Patagonia zippered sweaters, okay, and it zippers up. Underneath that, I have one of those long sleeve sun shirts, and then underneath that, I have one of those sun shirts I told you. So I carry 2 sun shirts. All these have permethrin sprayed on them, which is great. I sleep in permethrin sprayed stuff in case I do get a tick on me. It'll kill them, okay? This right here, you can see these are my sexy pants. They're a camouflage sexy pant. My wife finds them very attractive on me. That's a joke. And of course my Merrell, keep a pair of Merrell hiking boots. I really like Merrells. They seem that they've been better for my foot blisters that I get real bad than any other brand that I've had, so I stick with them. I'm fairly brand loyal. Once I find a brand I really like, I pretty much stick with it. So I hope this video helped out. I hope it gave you some great ideas. I'm excited about going hiking, together and being out here. This place is beautiful. Just saw a coyote just came by. I filmed him, and yeah, so coyote came by, and I've seen eagles here before. I haven't seen any this year. This is the earliest I've ever hit this spot on the North Fork of the White River. I've come down here in October before, and it's been magnificent. It's a really good place. Devil's Backbone Wilderness is just fantastic. It's really beautiful. We've probably got 8 to 10 miles to get back to the car today, so that's our goal. So get some courage. We'll make it. It's going to be good. So I hope that list helped you out, and let me know if you have any questions. Okay, and there it is. It's all packed and ready to go. As you can see, I've got the lovely sexy pants and my folding chair down at the bottom, my rolling chair actually. Got the clothing stuffed in the back. Obvious bottles in the front. What I did is I purified some water. One of the Nalgene bottles has water. One of them is about halfway with unpurified water, and I have a life straw. So if I need a drink, I'll usually rely on that first, and it keeps my pack weight down. And that's it. That's what it looks like. I don't know if I probably missed some things. The last thing I'll add is you want to get some, I think I might have said this already in the video, you want to get some of these walking sticks. I like Leckies a lot. They're a little more expensive than you'd get at maybe like a Bass Pro, but man, they're really good. They've been through some heavy stuff, and they've held up. I had another pair and they got stolen out of my car actually, so I had to buy these ones. But yeah, so I hope this is helpful. If you're going on a trip with me, this is basically what I send to people to see what the trip's all about. And typical Ozark pack, it's fairly light. I mean, I don't say I'm a lightweight packer at all. It's definitely not heavy though. I haven't weighed it. I'm not into the technical stuff. I'll just be real. So if you ask me, hey, how much does it weigh? I don't know. It's comfortable. I've done about maybe 17 miles so far. I probably got another 10 to go. So, and I've been fine. My feet are holding up and I'm okay. I've had a couple moments that have been rough just because most trips, when you stretch it a little bit and you stretch yourself, you get those moments, but you get like a hiker's wall. I hit that the second day, and I just set camp, had a water source, and in a rare water source area, and just set camp and read a little bit and relaxed, and I really hit it the next day, and that worked. So anyway, see you all soon. I hope this video is helpful. If it is, if this is on YouTube and you're seeing it, leave a comment. Love to hear from you. Love to know some of your tricks and what you use for your pack.